What is going on, guys? It is your boy Mainomai here, and welcome back to the channel for another installment of my Red Bull Revolution series with RB Amsterdamsche. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for continuing to check out the channel and the content that I'm posting. I really do appreciate the support. If you are new around here though, I hope that you will join my subscribers and become a returning visitor yourself by subscribing to the channel and turning notifications on so that you don't miss any future content. In this episode, we're going to take a look at some of the transfer business that we've managed to do in the January window before taking a look at our current form and then heading into a couple of live com games for you guys, with the first one being a top of the table clash at home to the Treffers, who have given us a few problems this season. They've been very, very strong indeed, so that will prove to be a really tough challenge. You certainly don't want to miss this one, guys, so let's go. So then guys, on the transfer front, I decided very quickly that enough was enough when it came to our defensive problems and performances, guys. And so I decided to splash the cash a little bit on a couple of players that would hopefully add a touch of quality to the first 11. Yeah, I mean, hopefully shore us up at the back a little bit as well. So let's take a look at a couple of those players then. First up, we have Mamadou Diarra, who is a true ball-playing defender, which is perfect for the system that we're looking to play. As you can see, 14 vision, 13 passing for a centre-back is very, very good indeed. Solid in the tackle, decent defensive attributes. He's 6'2", jumps pretty well as well, 14 jumping. Heading's slightly poor, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers at this level, really, guys. He's no slouch either. He's not rapid by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not too slow. So I'm hoping he will be a very decent ball-playing defender for us. He is, when I say splash the cash, guys, obviously I didn't pay a transfer fee for him because we haven't got any money at all in the transfer budget. But what I have done is I've splashed out 60 quid a week on his wages, which in comparison to the majority of the squad that are on a fiver a week, you know, that is a bit rich for our blood. So yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit excessive in terms of wages. Might cause a bit of unrest in the squad, but I'm really hoping that he can add some quality to our defensive line. So next up we have Lucas Gerd, I think it's pronounced. So similar story here, guys, although he's going to play as a halfback for us. So relatively well-rounded player, not particularly poor at anything. Pretty solid, I'm hoping. And yeah, not an awful lot to say about this one. Same scenario, didn't pay a transfer fee for him. But regarding wages, he's on 60 quid a week as well, which is a lot more than the majority of the squad, as I mentioned previously. So yeah, it felt a little bit naughty, to be honest, splashing out those kinds of wages on players. But he was available on a free and I couldn't let that opportunity pass. So decided to bring him in as well, as we were struggling to find someone really to occupy that halfback role for us, which is obviously integral to our system. Finally, I decided to bring in a quality keeper, or a better quality keeper anyway. Don't think he's going to set the world alight, but he joins us on loan from FC Eindhoven, and that is TJ Aduns. Similar story here, guys. You know, a bit of a step up, I think, in quality on what we have. On this one, we're not actually paying any of his wages, so I'm quite happy with that indeed. Decent deal for the club. We've got him on loan until the end of the season, so hopefully he can come in and make an impact for us and potentially lead to us securing some clean sheets as well in games, because that's something we obviously have not been doing at all. In terms of any notable departures then, guys, unfortunately we have lost our talisman on a free transfer. We couldn't get him to agree to a new deal and he left us on a free, so it's goodbye to Kenny Tates there, who has occupied the left wing back role for us all season so far. And he's been pretty immense there, to be honest, so no surprises that a professional side has come in for him, really. Not an awful lot we could have done about it, but obviously sad to see him go. So luckily enough, we do have cover at left wing back, but not to the same sort of standard, so I'm sure we're going to miss him. Particularly going to miss his penalty taken there. He's won us a few points with his penalty, so that could prove to be quite a big miss. So before we take a look at our current form in some detail then, guys, let's just have a quick look at where we sit in terms of the league table. Obviously, we don't need to talk about the cup because we know we're out of that, so we can focus purely on the league now. And we currently sit in second place, so we were sort of down there in third and fourth for a little while, but GVVV started dropping some points and we were able to capitalise to some extent, which, you know, sees us sitting pretty in second, really. Obviously, the Treffers are occupying top spot at the moment. They are currently 4 points clear, heading into that game that we have against them at home. So really hoping to close the gap there. Obviously, it's pretty much a 6-pointer, that one, guys. If we can win that, we go on to 53 points. They stay where they are. And then we just need another team to do us a favour, really, if we're going to look to take top spot. So that being said, let's take a look at our current form in some detail. And let's see where the points were won and lost since you were last with us. So then, I believe the last time you were with me in an episode, we had just played, well, we obviously got beat by Feyenoord, didn't we, in the Cup, and we had just played Jusselmeer Vogels, I believe, and edged a 2-1 win there, although we did look dominant, and it was a bit annoying that we conceded as we gave up a clean sheet in that game. However, since then, form has been pretty strong indeed, so we managed to get past Young Sparta 4-2, Trina Griffith were bracing that one, and then your usual suspects on the score sheet as well, Shulton and Cancers. We edged a tight game against Quick Boys 1-0 with Yazi Vermeeren getting the winner in that one. Nice routine 3-0 win against HHC there with Cancers and, you guessed it, Trina Griffith on the score sheet. We then had a bit of a dead rubber game against Young Volendam, 0-0 draw there, and went on to draw yet another game with Cancers on the score sheet twice actually, but not enough to take the 3 points there. So in general, guys, form in the league has been relatively strong. We're actually undefeated in the league since, the 31st of October, which, bearing in mind we are now in February, that is not too bad at all. Anyway, we take that relatively strong form forward into today's games. First of all, against the Treffers, big top of the table clash that one is, and then we will go on to play TEC, who are currently 13th as well. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into that first game, that big one against the Treffers, to see if we can close the gap at the top of the table. So, welcome back then, guys, and thanks a lot for sticking around for this top of the table clash. So let's get straight into breaking down the team news then. So, first change, as you can see, we have reverted back to the old trusted back attack 2.0. A variant of the back attack tactic. Straight away is obviously new signing Diarra comes in at centre back. He has obviously played a few games off camera that you guys haven't seen, but his first appearance in a live com game. Same for Gerd at half back, who actually takes the armband for us after we lost the club captain on a free transfer. Claver comes in at left wing back to cover for the Judas that did leave us in Kenny Tage. So, no, I'm only joking. Wish him the best of luck. We couldn't offer him a pro deal and someone else could. So, anyway, Boasman at right wing back, Vermeeren and Eliasar in midfield. None of those two are setting the world alight at the moment, but we don't have too much in terms of alternative options in there, so they keep their place. We have actually simplified the roles in here just to central midfield players. I think at this level, maybe I'm asking too much to ask the midfield players to take on kind of more sophisticated roles in there, really. So we've kept it nice and simple. The front three looks the same as it always does when they're all fit, guys. Shulton playing in that shadow striker role just behind Griffith, and Canters up top, who, as you can see here, guys, in terms of form and goal scoring return, they're absolutely undroppable at this stage. So looking for a big performance from those guys. So we need to get these lads motivated, I think. Go out there and impress me, lads. Come on. As always, we have faith in the lads to go out there and put on a show. It's going to be a very tough game, guys, against top of the table the Treffers. But if we are going to reel them in at all, it's going to have to start today. We do need 3 points from this game if we're going to look to catch them. Okay, send them mopping up at the back. Boasman into midfield. Vermeeren, Eliasar into the feet of Griffith. Brings it down nicely and can't find Boasman on the wide right there. The Treffers regain possession. Look to go long. Van Overbeek here. Deckers. Ball in behind. What are we doing defensively there? Great block there on the cover from the centre-back though. More defending for us to do from the corner. Van Overbeek whips it in. Nodded away. That's a good defensive header there. And Cantor's on the end of it as well. Can we start a sort of counter-attack of our own? No, we can't. That's the end of the highlight there, guys. Okay, Boasman with the throw. Eliasar back to Boasman. Can he get the ball in the box now? No, he can't. Knock down the line. Oh, what's Diarra doing there? That's not good. Van Overbeek in behind here. That's a great save. Keeper's been on top form recently, to be fair to him, and that is a very good save. Corner to defend here, though. Van der Beek whips it in. Another good defensive header there. Fofana picks it up on the edge for the Treffers, though, and that's the end of that highlight. Van Dijk with the free kick. Van der Beek. Van der Berg goes long, brought down there into the box, and we go a goal down. It's been coming, to be fair. It has been coming. They have been the better team this first half. We need a reaction from the boys, I think. Not really been at it. No, it's a simple goal, soft one to concede. Okay, a very, very poor first half performance. So let's demand that the boys show us something else in the second half. We have faith that everyone can improve though. And yeah, let's just get straight back out there for the second half, guys. Hopefully we can put in a better performance than we did in the first. Okay, so Claver is having a torrid time at left wing back. So Burkle's going to come in. He's not particularly familiar at playing in a sort of true wing back role, so we're going to drop him a bit deeper. A few poor performances, to be honest. In fact, no one is particularly playing well. I'm going to give it a few more minutes before we make any more changes, though. Yeah, we're going to go very attacking, I think, and potentially make a couple more changes just to try and get us back into this game. So Eliasar's not looking great. Shulton, let's go with Mazzala on attack here. Eliasar can come off for Gunaydin. And we're going to go with 3 up top, I think, for the rest of this game. Griffith going to sit in that sort of deep line forward role. Yeah, I think hopefully this setup will get us back into the game. Gerd looking to play out of the back, but goes long instead and the ball's turned over. We have not been at it today, not at all. We'll be lucky to come back and get a point from this, I think. But Cantor's nicking the ball off the defence here. Gunyardin in behind. Gunyardin sticks it away. What an impact sub he has been. I said we'd be lucky to get a point. It looks like we could be on track to get just that. This is what we want. A high press there. Cantors turns the ball over for us. Gunaydin in behind and makes no mistake with a finish. That's fantastic. Chances have been few and far between in this one, so really happy to get that goal back. It's not over yet though. There's plenty of defending for us left to do, I feel. That's good from Vermeer and into the channel. Cantors is there. Can he lift his head up? Does he have support of him? He does. Knocks it into the box, but it's defended easily by the Treffers. That was a nice little tackle. It's a shame we didn't actually manage to get the ball back from it. Van Overbeek now for the Treffers, carrying the ball into our third. Someone needs to get a foot in. Come on. Okay. Luckily, he strikes wide of the target. I didn't like the way we just sort of jockeyed with him there and allowed him to carry the ball into our third, but luckily nothing came of it. Okay, here's Diarra. Decides to go home. Koosters. Senden goes long. In behind. Cantors is onside, I think, but the keeper sweeps up nicely for the Treffers. Bit of pinball in the air at the moment. The Treffers get it down and look to play. Good defensive header from Burkle. Finds Vermeeren, who knocks it into the channel for Cantors. Ball into the box. Good yard, and he's offside. Oh. Well, I was out of my seat there, guys, because I thought we had absolutely stolen a result. But to be honest, I should have seen he was miles offside, wasn't he? Can we steal the 3 points? I don't think we can. I don't think there's any time left. No, there isn't. Okay, well, I mean, a point's never bad. A point is never bad in a game like this. I do think we were unlucky. We didn't start well. We weren't at it at all. But we certainly grew into the game and created some chances. So, I mean, I'll take the point. It's obviously no change at the top of the table. The Treffers maintain their 4-point gap. But, I mean, we increased the gap between ourselves and GVVV by another point to take that to 2 points. So, not the end of the world for us, guys. Obviously, not the most exciting watch. Got better towards the end, but let's hope for some more action in the second game of today's episode that sees us take on TEC. Welcome back for game 2 of today's episode then, guys, as we take on TEC at home again, actually, which is quite nice. 2 home games in a row. Cannot complain with that. In terms of the team selection, I think we are probably going to go unchanged. I wasn't happy with a few of the performances in the last game, but I don't think we have too many options to rotate it. I think Burkle looked good when he came on, so we'll monitor the performance of Claver at left back. But other than that, guys, we're just hoping that the whole team steps it up a little bit against today's opposition. So let's get straight into it. So let's put a bit of pressure on the boys and tell them to justify the pundits' faith in them, basically. We've had a lot of positive press. I think we're 7 undefeated in the league now, which is not bad at all. I think it's a club record actually. So yeah, let's show everyone that they're right to be talking about us, and maybe look to close that gap on the Treffers at the top if we can. Okay, quiet first 15 or so minutes, and Yuri Senden with our first highlight of today's game, or sorry, this second game. Yuri Senden sends a bullet header straight into the back of the net from the corner. We don't score many from set pieces, so that's quite satisfying to see indeed. Bozeman cropping up with a rare assist as well. But we'll take that. First highlight of the game, and yeah, I mean, things are looking great. Goalkeeper's clearance goes straight to Claver down that left-hand side, looking to make something. Good ball into the box. A bit deep, but Griffith picks it up. And Shulton cannons the shot off of the shins of the defender, and it's out for another corner. Can we capitalise maybe? Vermeeren on this set piece, whips it in. This one's defended a bit better by TEC, and we look to build again from the back with Bozeman. Diarra. He looks to go home. Koosters. Gerd. Senden. Into Eliasar midfield. Sprays it out for Claver down that left-hand side. Whips it in. That's a good ball. Trina Griffith, and it's straight down the keeper's throat. If that's either side of the keeper, that's going in. Really well-worked opportunity there. Okay, and that looks like it's brought the first half to a close. I think we've been the far superior side, so more of the same really, boys. Although I do think we could step it up and maybe grab a couple more goals if we tried. So let's get straight into that second half and look to close out this victory if we can. Managed to restrict the opposition to no attempts so far. Getting on towards the hour mark now as well, so that's pretty impressive indeed. Let's demand a bit more from the boys as we look to attack down this right-hand side with Bozeman with the throw-in, but he's dispossessed in midfield. But that's a great turnover in our favour in Griffith, but he can't put it past the keeper at that time of asking, unfortunately. We do look to be the superior side though, by a long stretch. Might look to make a couple of changes, just see how this highlight plays out. Claver, edge of the box. Eliasar, it's a great strike, but it's just wide. Just wide of that far post. Okay, 70th minute mark. We will look to make a couple of changes. I think Shulton's looking quite tired. Claver's not been... Oh, he's not been as bad this game. I think we'll let him see the rest of this game out then, on this occasion. Shulton... he's a tough one, because we don't really want to lose the balance in midfield, and we... do we need 3 up top? We haven't got a natural replacement at shadow striker, really. Do you know what? Gunyardin, he deserves another chance. Managed to grab us that equaliser in the last game. So Griffith moves to deep line forward on attack. Gunyardin comes in at poacher up front. Gerd's on a booking. Probably, no, he's playing too well to take him off. You can't take him off. Cancers isn't looking great. Let's go with Van Reen. He could do with some minutes. Look to secure the result if we can. Another goal would be fantastic right now. Just about seeing this result out now, to be honest. Obviously, we would have liked a few more goals, but let's just not concede now, please. And it looks like we've done enough. Or have we? Final kick of the game, pretty much. Okay. Great defending from us. Griffith carries the ball out of the back. Could have got his head up a bit earlier, Phil, but he has pulled it back for Van Reen. Here's the post, and he puts the second chance straight down the keeper's throat. Oh my word, how has he not scored that? If we get anything else other than 3 points from this game, I will be screwing. Bozeman with a good header. Okay, we get the win, but what is Van Reen doing there? That's comical stuff. Rattles it off the post when he's through on goal and then puts the rebound straight at the keeper. We definitely got away with one. I'm going to tell the boys they can improve. Okay, that's good. Nice reaction from that. But what about that miss from Van Reen? Nearly cost us all the points there. Luckily enough, we managed to see the result through. The Treffers picking up a win as well. They're not looking like dropping any other points against anyone other than ourselves at the minute, so no one's really going to do us any favours to help us reel them in. So what do we think of that then, guys? 4 points from a possible 6. Not the greatest overall performances, but we pretty much got the job done in the end. Obviously, it would have been nice to beat the Treffers, but it wasn't to be. We did take the 3 points against TEC though, which was good to see. Nice little clean sheet as well in there. I don't think you guys have seen too many of them on the live com games, so you're welcome. About time as well. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you'll agree we look better defensively. We were a bit of a shambles in previous episodes when it came to balls in behind. Not sure if that's down to the patch that was released or me tweaking the tactics and the personnel, or a bit of both. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed a significant difference in the defending since the patch. I think I have, to be fair. To be fair to SI, they seem to have balanced the game a little bit better. Also, guys, hit me up in the comments and let me know what you think of our new signings. Personally, I think they've already made a pretty good impact and could be key for us actually moving forward, both on the pitch and off it, in terms of the finances they could bring into the club if some bigger clubs sort of sniff around them, really. Obviously, these players are on part-time contracts, so we could benefit from transfer fees if they were to move on. If you did enjoy today's episode, guys, make sure that you hit that like button for me. It really helps get the video out to a wider audience. Feel free to let me know in the comments as well what you think about the series so far. Are you enjoying it? What are you enjoying about it? Is there anything else that you'd sort of like me to take you through, or anything that you'd like to see me do a little bit differently? I'm always open to your suggestions. So yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Other than that though, guys, if you are new to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell for me, turning notifications on if you don't want to miss any future episodes of the Red Bull Revolution with RB Amsterdamsche. Finally though, thank you very much for taking the time to watch today's video. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.